right, you come from a really traditional Jewish family, right?
Oh, I do.
How important is religion?
Oh, religion is really important to me, but obviously with this poker, it's tough. It's not easy. Religion and poker, it doesn't go well together. But a lot of my family's Orthodox from my father's side, my aunts, uncles, cousins, and I'm more of a Reformed Jew. I don't know. It's more of a conservative, but I try to go to the temple and stuff like that. I try to be a good Jewish person, but it's just hard to. It's just hours, you never have time. You never have time off.
No, not much. You actually speak fluent Hebrew, right?
I wouldn't say fluent, but I speak enough where I understand and I could speak and I could talk to anybody. And if even I went to Israel, I understood most people were talking to me.
That's awesome. What made you want to learn the language?
I don't know if I want to learn it, but everyone was talking.
They just made you learn it.
Yeah, when you're around, a Jewish family and everyone speaks Hebrew. You went to Jewish school. I went to Jewish school through 8th grade. So you learn a lot in school and you pick up words. And my father spoke Hebrew, but he always speaks English at home. And just my aunts and, uncles, a lot of them speak Hebrew, and my grandmother from my father's side. And you just learn from them. You pick up words, and
there you go.
Now I'm starting to learn Spanish.
Really? All right, you're 26 years old. You have 3 kids. You play poker for a living. How much pressure do you feel going into tournaments now that you know you have other people to take care of other than you?
Well, it's definitely a lot more pressure it is now. And now I feel like I have to win. Before, it's like, it doesn't matter. And now I'm thinking more of the business side of it. Sometimes if it doesn't go well, you need some kind of income coming in because you got to make sure your kids are taken care of. That's your number one priority, and nothing else matters. And it's always family first. So I try to do my best. I have my sponsors, thank God. I'm Planet Hollywood and local celebrity, and hopefully that will take me somewhere, and that always keeps my pockets okay.
For sure. Let's go back to your brother Rob for a second. He's a real pro's pro. He's won a World Series of Poker bracelet, but he's not as big of a name as you. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think I just came in at a better time. I think it kind of slowed down poker and just maybe because I hit it first, so people always think of him as my bro. I don't know what it is, but Robbie's just as good as I am, and my name's a lot more catchy than Who's Bad.
Right.
So I had the perfect name in poker, and I think I had one of the best names in poker as to a poker name. And now you hear all these poker names and stuff like that, so it's pretty funny. But I just came at a better time, I guess, and I won it when the names would come out, when there was more sponsors, online sponsors, stuff like that, and won Player of the Year. Then after that, Rob started winning, and he wasn't playing as much as tournaments as I was. He was playing a lot of cash games. But now Robbie's coming through, and now maybe I'm Robert's brother.
And Rob seems really nice. It probably doesn't even bother him that much, right?
Rob doesn't, not at all. It doesn't bother him at all. There's no jealousy amongst each other.
Okay, Absolute Poker. You were their flagship pro. You're the player that they promoted the most. And you won the Player of the Year award, and then it seems like a few months later you weren't affiliated with Absolute anymore. Can you tell me why?
Well, I had a year contract, and they had the choice, they had the option of keeping me on they stuck to what their word was for a year, and they had the option to keep me, to keep me for a few more years if they liked to, and they decided not to. I don't know, maybe paying me too much now. I don't know what it was. Maybe it just felt like they wanted to go to the European market or something. I have no idea. But they still have Andy Duke and Phil Hellmuth on the UBA and Mark Save. So I don't know what it was. So maybe I wasn't winning anymore. I don't know.
No, I don't think
I have no idea.
True. So how's Planet Hollywood treating you?
Oh, Planet Hollywood's awesome, and I have a lot of fun over there, and it's a lot better. I think it's cool on an online site. You meet the people, you play with them, and a lot of players over there appreciate me there, and give autographs, sign, I do Q&As all the time, and I try to help people out in their poker game, and it's a great place to play. As for lower limits, but it's been blowing up, those tournaments over there, those $6 buy-ins. It used to be like when I used to first started, it was like 50 players. Now we had $141 a day. So
I'll play those $60 tournaments.
Yeah, it's pretty, and you learn a lot too. And I won a lot of those. I actually won the first one we started.
All right, it seems like you're always around for the prelim events. Do you think the prelims are important? Because it seems like a lot of the bigger name pros, they don't get here for those.
Well, I haven't been playing as many preliminaries as I'm supposed to, because I'm playing a lot online. Mm-hmm. And actually, it does help does help a lot, and it helps more of a short stack, not the deep. The main events are usually deep stack poker, but the prelims, like the Bellagio prelims, are pretty cool. Like the 5,000, you start with deep stack. I only played one of the 3 this year. I mean, I just been busy with playing at Hollywood. I've been there all the time, playing the $60 tournaments, and playing online a lot, But I didn't have a chance, to play as many as I should be playing. But it's very important. I feel like all I could do is help your game by playing them.
Right. I know poker players especially, just love to bet on everything. And you'd mentioned not that long ago that your favorite thing lately is basketball. Why is that?
Well, it's something more. It's a lot. I feel basketball is a lot more competitive, and it's something you're getting fit and you feel good about yourself. Something instead of just sitting down at the table playing cards all day. So before I was horrible in basketball. Now I've gotten a lot better. I mean, I had a day where I shot and I went 11 for 12 and 3-pointers. Well, everyone's like, you never think someone like, wow, this guy could shoot. You got to cover him. Don't let him. I never thought that someone would ever say something like that, because I was always good in football, but never in basketball. I just couldn't shoot. I never, tried, and I always had good hands for football. I thought maybe I could play tight end or something like that. But now I'm getting a lot better in basketball, and I have my friends showing me a few tricks, and maybe I'll look into the NBA instead of poker.
That'd be nice, right? Right. It seems like you guys are always having fun. It's usually like you and JC and maybe Nanad Medic sometimes.
Yeah.
What is a typical basketball game like with you guys?
Well, we play hard. I mean, sometimes we play. It's a lot more fun when you play against people I guess. Okay. And there's a group. Sometimes we played in Reno one time, and we play a lot of times in Agassiz and Summerlin, or we play in Tropicana, Decatur, and Vegas a lot of times. So, I mean, we grab a group of guys, a group of poker players, and sometimes we'll gamble. Mm-hmm. Like I've gambled with FBT, Greg Mueller a few times, and I've lost in 3, but I can't believe he even beat me. So that's how bad I was.
Well, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and I was probably the only guy I pretty much bet with in basketball, and I lost. So I haven't been gambling on basketball since, till I get better. Then when I'm ready for it, I'll start gambling again.
Earlier this year, with projects like Local Celebrity and Planet Hollywood, you said you've been focusing more on the business side, like you said earlier. Do you think that's taken a toll on your game at all?
Well, it's kind of take you a little bit off your game, but I mean, I'm always playing. When I'm in Planet Hollywood, I'm always playing poker. So I'm actually, playing with the lower limit players, see how more of the amateur plays, and it's actually good. It prepares me for the World Series actually, because you're going to play a lot against those guys that play in the World Series, and they don't know, have much of an idea what they're doing, and I could maybe pick up more tells and see what people are doing wrong and plan. And it's just like I've done tests like the blinds are 25-50 against the amateurs, and I'll put like a $100 chip in the big blind instead of a $50 chip, so they'll open up for 300 instead of 150 a standard rate. So they'll open up 6 times the big blind instead of 3 times. So like stuff like that, I try new tricks, try to get away from. Maybe they don't realize it.
Right.
It's just an example, and you learn a lot of new things and see what they do wrong, and now I think I'm well prepared, and I play really good against bad players as well, so that's what I'm known for.
I've heard that. Everyone says that. You play really good against the bad players.
But even the good players, I've done really good against good players too. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the World Series. That's probably the best time.
And then at the end, you're going to be like, I think it all to the $60 tournaments at the Planet Hollywood. All right, one last question. What's the longest you've ever gone without any type of gambling?
The longest I've gone with any type of gambling, I think I wouldn't say, I mean, here and there. I think I took a break. It was a few years ago. I didn't play for like 7 months. I was in Florida. I think it was like 5 years ago maybe it was, and I just didn't play any poker. I just pretty much went out here. I just had a good time.
But you didn't bet on anything else either?
I don't think so. It was a time where I didn't play much, and I just kind of took a long break. But, that I probably won't do again. Maybe I should.
All right, Grinder. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks a lot, guys.